Hey people, what's up? I'm here to give you my review for WWE Night of Champions 2012. So, to open up the show, WWE announcer Michael Cole told us that JBL, John Bradshaw Layfield, would be on commentary for this pay-per-view, and I thought that was a pretty smart move on WWE's I thought that was a good move by WWE. And I would like to wish Jerry the King Lawler on a speedy recovery. But for JBL and Michael Cole commentating for this pay-per-view, I gave their commentary 8 out of 10 stars. And for the opening match we had for this pay-per-view was the Intercontinental Championship Fatal 4-Way match between The Miz, Rey Mysterio, Cody Rhodes, and Sin Cara. And this was a pretty good Fatal 4-Way match. And in the end, Sin Cara puts a mask on The Miz, and while he's blinded, he does the skull-crushing finale on Cody Rhodes and retains the Intercontinental Championship match. Title, sorry. So for that match, I gave it 3.5 out of 5 stars, and The Miz retains. And then next we had a tag team championship match between Kofi Kingston and R-Truth versus Kane and Daniel Bryan. And yes, Kane and Daniel Bryan are the new tag team champions. And I gave that match 3 out of 5 stars. Next we had a U.S. title match between Antonio Cesaro and Zack Ryder. And this was a pretty decent match. But what I don't understand about this match is if you're going to have Zack Ryder win the Battle Royal, why not have Zack Ryder win the United States Championship? That made no sense to me at all. Why would you have Ryder win the Battle Royal and then not win the championship? That just makes no fucking sense to me at all. I'm sorry. So I gave that match 2.5 out of 5 stars, and Antonio Cesaro retains. Next, we had Randy Orton versus Dolph Ziggler. And I was kind of surprised because the crowd in Boston was against Randy Orton. They were booing the crap out of him, and then I didn't see it, but apparently Randy Orton flipped off the crowd, so I thought that was pretty funny, and a big Attitude Era push right there. But anyway, it was a pretty good match. In my opinion, though, this match could have been better, a lot better. It was kind of boring, but then it got better. But I still think that this match could have improved a lot more. So I gave this match 3 out of 5 stars, and Randy Orton wins via RKO. And then earlier during the pay-per-view, sorry, I just cannot talk today. Earlier today in the pay-per-view backstage, Caitlyn was attacked, and she was so horrible acting backstage. Oh my god, that chick cannot act worth shit. So anyway, Eve Torres took over for Caitlyn's spot, and then next we had the Divas title match between Layla and Eve, and Eve Torres is the new Diva champion. And congrats to Eve. She recently got engaged, and now she is the new Divas champion. I mean, it can't get much better than that. So congrats to Eve, and it was a pretty good Diva match. I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. Next, we had a World Heavyweight Champion. We had the World Heavyweight Championship match, and I'm sorry, but this match I knew was going to be boring. I knew it would suck. So hang on one second. I'm gonna get some water. Hang on a second. Okay, I'm sorry about that, people. As I was saying, next we had the World Heavyweight Championship match, and it was between Sheamus versus Del Rio. And I already knew this match was going to be boring. And during the match, Booker T announced that the Brogue Kick is no longer banned. And so Sheamus picks up the victory. I mean, it was a decent match, but it still kind of sucked. Plus, what I don't understand is that Sheamus was like really weak after the match, like his arm was hurting and all that crap. So why didn't Dolph Ziggler cash in? I think Dolph Ziggler should have cashed in, and that would have made the match more interesting and more better. So anyway, Sheamus retains the championship, so I gave that match 2.5 out of 5 stars. And then next, the main event. The WWE Champion, CM Punk versus John Cena. And I have to admit that the crowd was like 50-50. Like the crowd, like some of the crowd was like cheering for John Cena, and the other half of the crowd was like, Cena sucks, Cena sucks. And I don't really understand that, because I mean, if he's from Boston, you'd think that all the fans would be cheering for him. And another thing that I don't understand is that I heard a rumor earlier that CM Punk was supposed to show the new WWE Championship design. Well, there was no new WWE title, nothing. So I was kind of shocked about that. And then what also kind of shocked me was CM Punk, to piss off the Boston fans, was wearing Yankee pinstriped trunks. And yet the fans in Boston still cheered for him. All I gotta say is, what the fuck? What the fuck, man? So anyway, and I also want to give credit because John Cena wore pink in honor of fighting against breast cancer, and I greatly approve of that, because cancer is a bitch, and I don't like cancer. So yeah, rise above cancer, indeed. So yeah, anyway, the main event, CM Punk versus John Cena. This was a great match, a great match. And I mean, my God, I mean, CM Punk threw everything at John Cena. Like, he gave him, I don't know, was it like 3 go-to-sleeps? I don't know, it was either 2 or 3. And, I mean, John Cena tried his moves, like, but none of them worked, and CM Punk kept on countering them after counter. And, I mean, CM Punk, like I said, laid everything at him. I mean, he even did Macho Man Randy Savage elbow. And, to piss off The Rock, CM Punk stole The Rock's rock bottom move, which I thought was pretty awesome. And, so yeah. And then, there was an off-the-top rope suplex where John Cena picked up the win. And then I do not understand this. I thought this was a dumb way to end the main event. What happened was John Cena won, but then somehow his shoulder was down, which ended in a draw, so CM Punk retains. In my opinion, what a dumbass way to end the pay-per-view. What a dumbass way to end the pay-per-view. In my opinion, okay, a draw, whatever. If it was a draw, then they should have just restarted the match. They should have just restarted the match, or John Cena should have just won this pay-per-view. In my opinion, John Cena should have just won this pay-per-view because, for one thing, CM Punk already held the title for an astonishing 300 days. And plus, John Cena was supporting cancer. I know that's kind of a dumb reason, but in my opinion, that's a good reason for him to be the new champion. And I mean, I'm a fan of both wrestlers, CM Punk and John Cena, but I think John Cena should have won this match and became the new champion. But anyway, a great main event, and even though with the bullshit ending of the main event, I gave this match 4 out of 5 stars. And now it's time for me to give my review for this pay-per-view. So, for all of the backstage segments, there wasn't really too many, but I thought the funniest was when, after Kane and Daniel Bryan won, they were like, I'm the tag team champion, no, I'm the tag team champion, and then later, like, AJ and Dr. Shelby were there, and then Kane pours Gatorade on Daniel Bryan and AJ wet with a white shirt on is pretty hot. Sorry, I'm just going to say that. And then it was pretty funny, because then Kane was like, I'm going to Disneyland. So, yeah. So, for the backstage segments, I gave them, let's see, where did I put them? I gave them 6 out of 10 stars. And then, for this pay-per-view, I thought this pay-per-view was okay. It was good. It could have been better, and, I mean, their matches were pretty good, but there was no shocking ending, except for the bullshit main event. Sorry, it wasn't really bullshit, but you know what I mean. So, yeah, like, there wasn't really too much, I mean, like, for instance, like, there wasn't really too many shockers. Like, I thought, like, CM Punk would show his new title belt, or I thought Dolph Ziggler would cash in, so there was really no surprises in this pay-per-view at all. And, I mean, the matches were good, but all in all, I'm going to give this pay-per-view 6.5 out of 10 stars.